Welcome back, Minutemen. We are back on Football Coach College Dynasty, trying to build up the University of Massachusetts Minutemen with our project. And season two, it was tough. We went 1-10, barely kept our job. Our seat is getting warm. We now have cycled through several classes of seniors, and now we are loaded with 13 seniors starting this season, but 6 juniors, 7 sophomores, and 3 freshmen, with an overwhelming amount of freshmen and sophomores on the roster, which will hopefully bode well for 2 years down the road when these guys are all graduating, if we can get there. So this season we need to make a difference and we need to do well, and these numbers need to improve. We did improve our facilities by 1. I don't know that it's going to matter a whole lot, but we have to try to get our trainings up and see if we can improve these young guys in the process. But let's see what Massachusetts has for us. Remember, we are limited to high school recruits in Massachusetts until we can get to a bowl game or something positive happens for us, and that's going to be kind of tough. So hopefully we can get something good coming out of Massachusetts. And here's a 4-star linebacker, B- potential, 15 linebacker overall, and he is actually interested in going to us. I don't know that that's going to hold up, but at least we're in the top 3. Here we will be just outside the top 5 for this 4-star B cornerback. Man, these are the players we need. 1,000 points. We're just outside again. Just outside for a 3-star. So now we're to the 3 stars. D plus potential, 31 tight end. We're going to be way outside the top 5. Here we will be tied with UConn for 5th, well behind Boston College, our big rivals for our recruiting competition. Outside again on this one. Here we are, 3rd for an A- potential. Justice Gray. Oh, he just dropped a little bit, but that potential stayed up. Here we will jump into 4th for this guy. Is that his best position? It is wide receiver, so we'll keep him there. This, we are in lead for a B potential offensive lineman. That is really something we need to build up our line. We've got a B safety that we're not going to get probably. We're behind here on this guy as well. A B plus, we're behind. No one in Massachusetts wants to stay. They see us week in, week out, and they're like, I'm not touching that. We will at least get in the top 5 there. We'll be in the top 5 here, competing against East Carolina for this receiver, Houston Wiseman. We need him. He's got the name of our channel. Let's see. Another running back, B plus potential here. That could be a good thing down the road. Outside on this one. Here we are the leader for another running back, Malcolm Wiggins. And defensive line, we are the leader, but he has D plus potential. That's disappointing. He's getting worse as we scout him. We will be up here for this guy, but again, D plus potential. B potential, 2-star, 72 overall. There's no way he keeps it. 74 overall. He's a kicker, but we've seen we need kickers, and he can punt for us too. We've got the lead here on a cornerback. The lead will be for us on this offensive lineman. A gem that we are competing with Syracuse for on a cornerback. Aha, we will be the... Oh, he's not very good. Neither is he, but we need the bodies. So we will go for him anyways and hopefully get something good out of that. Let's switch this to potential. Program stability. E. What is he like? I don't know. Some of them are giving us a whole lot more points than some others. And so then we will go after these guys with our best pitches that we have. So not a lot of recruits again. We need to desperately add a new state so we don't have to go after these guys who have no interest in this whatsoever. That's the challenging thing. So I will get through the off-season recruiting here, and then we'll be back to check in on week 1. We'll be back to check in what the expectations of our AD are, and then we'll be back for week 1. All right, Bryce Muhammad is again he's not happy with us, and win at least 2 games again is what our goal is. We have 2 good donors though, so win plus 2 plus conference games supposed to be easy. I think we go for that one. Here we have hold opponents less than 47% on third down conversions. We're not going to get the takeaways. One of those to 20 points or fewer. Let's do this one. I think we can maybe do this. I think we could get an extra. We're going to go for that one. I think we can get the extra million out of it. So here's our schedule. We do have some teams. Delaware is, what are we overall? 78 and 75. They are 79, 78, 78, 78, 77, 81 on defense. So we are about even. Then we get to the back half of the schedule where things get a little tougher. Sacramento State's one. It's going to be, we need some good coaching. Now, the good thing is we do have a couple of young walk-ons. Mark Fleming here, look at this, 66 with B plus potential. There was another one, I think it was an offensive line right here, 62 C plus potential right off the bat, a walk-on, and defensive line maybe. Yeah, Bryce, what a name. 59 overall, but A minus potential. Look at these guys. All 3 of these could become dominant down the road, but we need to get them to that point. We need to get the facilities up. And then Alex Bailey was another one, 62 overall, B potential walk-on. So we got some good walk-ons who came on. That's the good news. Now we get to see if we can actually hold up and keep our job to see those guys coming along with us. And so Delaware is our first one, but first we're going to check out the recruiting situation, and we will see offer all the scholarships. So there's 3 guys we're probably going to get for sure. B minus potential for 1. Here's another one that would be great to get. This is one that I don't know we will get him. Same with the quarterback, but we don't necessarily need him. He's not very good, but we'll go for him nonetheless. And then these are where we get into competition, and that's going to be a lot tougher for us to be able to win over. I'm hoping we can. This is another one who seems like a really good player for our squad, at least. We could use all of these, and I'm going to hope the kicker. I really want this kicker, or not. He's not even the one I want, but we're going for like 2 of them. It's going to be a tough road to try to win a lot of these guys over because we are not in a good position. I'm going to hope that they don't all get offers, and we can win over people that way. Here's the kicker I really want to get, but Penn State really wants to get him as well. We'll take the other one too. The other one doesn't look too bad. We're doing a little bit earlier on the visits this time, just because I want to see if we can get some people in and win them over earlier. These are ones we do have a shot at potentially, depending on if they ramp up their efforts or not. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get them. And the kicker situation, we'll look at both. Might switch off of the one to the other because this guy's not bad either. We can up his kick power ourselves, but Boston College is going for them. It would be nice to get a good one on the team. So let's take a look at the depth chart. What do we have going for us on this one? Now, again, those ratings are our overall team ratings. Our offensive and defensive starters aren't horrible outside of defensive line and linebacker. That's our weakest spot. Running backs aren't the greatest either. But Jordan Farmer here, he's ready to go, leading the team. And then we've got Douglas Burden behind him. Sean Guy's going to be the guy again. Christopher Weiss is here. Stephen Hawkins is there again. Now we have our freshmen, Rodrigo Shaw and Maurice Brown, who after 4 games will probably rest our redshirt, both of them. Wide receiver, we got Leland Davies. Ryder Hammond again is up there. Christian Knight, who offers a little bit more catching. We're going to move him up to number 2, especially since he's a sophomore. And I would put Chow up there, but his route running does not seem to be as good. But Roman might be better. He can run block for us as well. Going to put him up there. We want the young guys to get the experience if they're all said and done and equal. Mark Fleming's going to get a red shirt. We're not going to have to redshirt him yet. He'll get it automatically probably. Tight end, we could use some run blockers. Oh my goodness. This guy can at least catch. None of them can really run block, so we'll keep him in there because he does have the ability. Well, Christopher George might be able to use him as a blocking tight end and him as a receiving tight end. But he's going to be our workhorse, Jalen Gomez. Lucas Norris, B+ potential on the route running. He can catch the ball. And then Jesus West, we want him to move up as well. Get him the experience. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to move him up here. Christopher George is just going to stay down there. And we're going to get West some experience. He does have potential to see if we can get him that experience to grow because that's a weak spot for us. Anyways, offensive line. Don't have a lot of great run blocking. He's going to have to be a tackle because his advantage is pass. This is going to be one of our guards inside as well. Another one and another one. So we do have 3 guys who can run block. But then after our initial starting 5, we have a massive drop off. And 2 of them are juniors, though. Our 2 best are juniors, and we'll come back. Dominic Armstrong is right behind them as a freshman. That's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Defensive line, we have a sophomore leading the way, a redshirt sophomore. That's going to be important. He's got to be our workhorse. He's got great block shedding. Let's put him on the interior. Then we don't have anybody who's great at pursuit. Morgan Beasley. He's a senior. We're going to move him down. These guys, better block shedding strength, pursuits there. Let those guys get those. This is exciting. Super exciting for these guys. Lots of youth, lots of potential. Saying that word a lot, I know. But it's the one exciting thing I'm holding on to, hoping that we can do something down the road. Our corners are very strong. Speed. These guys will be our matchups on the outside. 2 workhorse corners, both seniors, 3 seniors at the top. Then we get into our juniors. Then we got some sophomores. Again, everything's the same, so we're going to let these guys get our chance. Then we got our freshmen down here. Kenneth, we're going to move him up so he gets a little bit more potential playing time. Safeties. Again, this is a stronger spot for us. Good zone coverage skills. He's going to be our deep free safety. And he's going to be our strong safety. And then a senior, he'll go below. He doesn't have the potential, so we're going to let Angelo Rogers be our 4th guy. And then he's going to get to move up. And hopefully that works out for us. Kicker, we don't have the kicking power. That means we're going to have to get close. But we'll see how this turns out. I think we at least have some potential to do well here. We've got to win early. We have to win early. Because then it's just going to ramp up after we get past that Youngstown State, Ball State. Once we get after Ball State, it gets really tough. Kent State we can't beat no matter how bad they are. All right, let's see what we have here. They are balanced, so we're going to focus on our rushing, I guess, and limited short passing. Lock those in and see if we can start this season off positively here against Delaware, the Blue Hens here. And they are more talented than us, the rushing game. Even everywhere except Delaware's rushing game, their defensive talent, and their pass protection defensive talent. Everything else is pretty even. I mean, they've only got 5 top players, too, there that are in the 80s. I wonder how many they have at least 80 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them overall. So they're not outrageously better than us. I don't see why we can't win this. We are 6-point underdogs. First time we're meeting them. So it's a mystery on how we're going to do. We have to go on the road to do it, though. So we're going to start 1st and 10. We will start with the pass. That's why we are not a pass-first team. Inside zone gets us nothing from Shanghai, and then another nice 3-and-out to start the game. That's how we practice. Goodness. 2nd and 8, 3rd and 6. Can we get our own? We do cause the 3-and-out. That's good news. Okay, now we're going to start with the stretch play outside. There we go. Shanghai gets his 12 yards. Then we get 1 yard on that one. That's not going to do anything for us. Let's try the play action. 2nd and 9 gets us nothing. Farmer actually incomplete pass yet again. Tight end under gets us a sack on that one. And then they return the ball 21 yards to get to the 44. Okay, so here we are. 2nd and 9. There they break through 9 yards to pass to the tight end. Not going to do the engage 8. Maybe we should have. Ugh. There we go. Stopped them. Pushed them back 3 yards. Now they're spreading it out. And they picked up 12 yards on that one. I think they're going to try to run the ball. They did, and they picked up the 3 yards they needed. Trying to push them back 2nd and 12, and here they are again. Third and 1, they get through 8 yards. Oh, there we have an interception. Quincy McDermott, our linebacker. What are we looking at? He is way down here. The 4th linebacker, redshirt sophomore, coming up big at the end of that drive. Then Shanghai starts off with 3 yards. Then we lose 2, so this is more of the same, unfortunately. Curls. There we go. Christian Knight, 9 yards. And then he picks up 30 more on the pass on the slant. Running it up the middle with Christopher Rice for 4 yards. And then we come into a lot of what we usually do, which is beating our heads against the wall. There, Christopher Rice picks up 8. We'll try the QB power. Mix it up a little bit. 2 yards on that one. Curl flats pick us up 8 to Roman Reddick. Love the name. Let's try a read option. I like that. Let's go for it. And Farmer picks up 4, keeping it himself. Stephen Hawkins picks up 3 on that one. First quarter ends at 0-0. We're going to try the stretch play around the end. And Shanghai takes it in. First touchdown of the season, 11-yard run, and we are up 7-0. Now let's see if we can stop them from coming back down the field. And they start with 12-yard pass right off the bat. Then they pick up 6 on the RPO. Nothing on that one. We are now at 3rd and 3. Fumbles the ball. Oh, they had a huge pass play. They fumbled it, and Rhett Virani causes the fumble and picks it up, gets it back to the 11-yard line. Massive stop. And then Shanghai picks up 7 yards there. Quick slants to Jesus West. That's why we put him in there. The young redshirt freshman picks up 3. Then Weiss picks up 11 on that one. Let's keep the ball going on the ground at the moment. 10-yard rush on that one. Inside zone, picks up 5 more. Christopher Weiss is having himself a drive. Stephen Hawkins comes in, takes 15 yards. Then Hawkins picks up only 2 on that one. The read option play, Hawkins picks up 5. Let's try the curl flats again. And Christian Knight picks up 9 yards. Play action pass, trying to catch him, does not work. 2nd and 10. Shanghai, 13 yards, running on the halfback power O. Let's try the stretch play again. Picks up 6 for Shanghai. The sweep play, Christopher Weiss, 3 yards, and we are now up 14-0. And then a sack by Gavin Livingston to start off. 3 and out. We get the ball back, and now we have a chance to really start maybe getting us some momentum. Let's try play action. Doesn't work. 4 verticals. No, Jordan is sacked and fumbles the ball. And just as things were going our way, it is now back to a 1-possession game. I was really hoping we could go up 3 possessions at the end of the first half, and that was not to be. Instead, we're going to be holding on just to try to keep our lead. Here they go. 49-yard touchdown pass on the play action. Unbelievable. My, how things changed. Roman Reddick there picking up 13 yards from Farmer. Running, Weiss picks up 5, then he picks up 7 more. The play action rollout gets us nowhere. Let's try to, again, keep it on the ground. 2nd and 10. We get 9 from Sean Guy. Runs it around there. Hawkins for 4 yards. The Texas two-step makes us lose, fumbles the ball. Roman Reddick actually catches it. And now, 3rd and 6, 4th and 4. We do get the stop at least. But they get the ball, so it's tied up at the half. And just where I thought we were going to get our first win, and now I'm not so sure. 3rd and 6, nothing. 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 13. Let's go with a cover 2 man. 4th and 1, they're going for it. And they break through for 2-yard rush. And this is more what I was afraid of. Oh, we do get the stop. Get the ball back at our own 6-yard line, but we'll take it. Smash to begin with gets us nothing. We're going to try the halfback zone weak. There we go. Weiss picks up 12 yards on that. QB power to mix it up. Farmer blasts his way up there for 14 yards. Now we want to try one of those play actions again. And he is sacked for a 5-yard loss. West picks up 8 on the catch, though. Let's try the curl flats again. Nothing. And we push them all the way back to their 16. That was a really good punt. Something we needed, but then they get 10 yards right off the bat. 3rd and 9. 4th and 9. Okay, so we stopped them. The defense is showing up a little bit more this year so far, but this is against a weaker team. No, we don't do screens, really. They don't really have much success for me. 3rd and 7. Let's try the slants over the middle. And Leland Davies picks up 7 yards for that one. The play action read gets us 10 yards. Let's keep that momentum going. Farmer's finding himself a rhythm. 11 yards on that one. Sean Guy gets nothing, but then Ryder Hammond picks up 29 yards for the touchdown. Taking the lead, 21-14. But they come storming back down the field. 1st and 10, 2nd and 5, 1st and goal, and they get the... It is tied back up. Let's see if we can actually win a close game. Gomez picks up 10 on the tight end. This is where we're running into trouble again. Stretch play on 2nd and 12, catches him off guard. Sean Guy, 12-yard rush. Picks up 4 more. The read option, Guy picks up 3 more. Then on the stretch play, Weiss comes in, gets 10. Let's keep it a little bit different. Oh, there we miss. But then Davies picks up 22 yards on the play action. 7 minutes left, 3rd and 9. This is a big play. Roman Reddick picks up 14 yards on that one. Let's change to chew the clock in case we can get it in there. We can. 5:41 left. We've got a touchdown lead. 2nd and 3. 3rd and 1. Engage 8. I do not want to do that. We're actually going to try the cover 2 drop. Oh, they ran it right up the middle. Probably wasn't the best play selection. But there's an interception. Roy Edmondson picking off Jet Huber, and now we have the ball, and we are going to try to at least make them use their timeouts, potentially. 28-21, 2nd and 6. There's Hawkins picks up 16 yards. Keep the ball on the ground. Guy picks up another 18. Delaware used their first timeout. Nothing on that one. Oh, they've used all their timeouts. 3rd and 13. We've got to get closer. We don't get it. 40-yard field goal. This is a big one. He has just enough on the leg there, Andrew Francis, to get us 10 points with 2 minutes left. There's the 2-minute warning. They're passing the ball. We got to switch this up. 1st and 10. Oh, no, they are moving the ball way too quickly. Minute 30 left, and they go ahead and score a 15-yard pass. And then they had a successful onside kick. How many times does that happen? And now we can't do anything to stop them. 2nd and 10, 34 seconds left. 3rd and 10, 29 seconds left. This is the play. We stop them. They get the field goal. Oh, unbelievable. Let's try a deep shot, see if we get lucky. Picked up 7. That's not doing much. Get nothing on that one. Let's try another deep attack. 3rd and 3. We pick up 7 yards. We're getting closer. We have 2 timeouts left. Tight end attack up the middle there. We are going to overtime. Oh. All right, here we go. I don't like having to play red zone defense against them. We haven't been having much success. And there they go, 2nd and 8. 3rd and 8. This is a big one. We stop them and hold them to the field goal. So now it's about keeping the ball. Oh, there we go. Sean Guy picks up 13 yards right off the bat. Get it in the end zone, guys. Stretch play on 2nd and 10. We pick up. Oh. We got to go outside. Halfback. Yeah, the smash. 3rd and 2. We don't get it. Field goal, we'll take it. 1st and 10. We pick up 6 for Christopher Weiss. Try the stretch play on this one. Nothing. See if we can catch him with the slants. Ooh, Ryder Hammond with 12 yards. We're on the 7-yard line. We're on the 2. It is so close. Fullback dive. Doesn't get there. We're going to try the stretch play again. 3rd and goal on the 4. And Sean Guy runs it in for 4 yards. We get the field goal. Can we get the stop? 2nd and 10. 3rd and 10. We've got to stop him one more time. It's 4th and 10. We've got our first win of the season. 531 yards. Lots of passing. Not bad at all. Farmer picks up 8.5 yards per attempt. 1 touchdown. 117 yards on the ground per Guy. That is a success. All right, let's see what the next game has in store for us. That's a good start to the season. All right, we are off to a great start, except Dominic Armstrong here is injured on the offensive line, but he's way down there, so that's not crucial as far as that goes. But what a great start when we look at the already pass completions. Farmer set the record at 19 for our team. Weiss with 22 rushing attempts. Guy with 3 rush touchdowns. We've got 1 win. We need 1 more. And look at this. We're already on line to win our silver donor over, and we already did. No, we did not win the first. We did not succeed because of this stinking overtime, them coming back. All right, let's check out the recruiting. Where are we at as far as this goes? 1, 2, 3 guys we'll get for sure. Let's go ahead and schedule him early. This one we should get 4, 5. It looks like we're doing good. 6, we're looking good for this one. We'll schedule him early as well. This one's looking good for the moment. We took the lead by offering a lot of scholarships. No one is... Do an early visit for the kicker. No bonuses here, but he's D+ potential. He's not one of our top recruits that we're going for. This is one we could potentially Houston Wiseman. Not out of the question. $600 points. They're going for him, aren't they? Yeah, we're not going to be able to get him. We're not going to be able to get him either. Well, maybe. They're just targeting him at the moment. Bring in where we can get bonuses if we can. Now, this is one we could start getting some momentum towards. Is this one they're going after? So we're not going to be able to get him. Most likely, let's switch this over to this guy instead, who we actually have a shot at. If they don't go for, we can get the receiver. So we're looking at what? 7, 8 guys looking good. 9. No, they're pitching him, so maybe not. 8 guys that for sure we could get. Again, we're only getting about 12 or so guys every time because we don't use the transfer portal and we don't have the NIL money, and we don't have the huge recruiting boosts going for us either. So we got one more game here. We're going to do Bowling Green and see if we can go ahead and give ourselves some breathing room by getting a second win. They're not insurmountable. I think we can do this. We're going to try to stop the run. Bowling Green, they're not overly dominant there. Defensive line is. That's a little frightening. But this is a team, again, they're about like on our level. We haven't played them yet. Conference game. Oh, we didn't set the practice focus. Got to lock those in. Hopefully we'll have good news for us. Look at this. We're 18th in the nation in points per game. That's something new. It's not going to stay, but we do have our defense on the running game has an advantage, and pass protection, our defense has an advantage, but theirs has an advantage on defense in the same areas. Their defensive line is very good. But other than that, I don't see why we can't maybe pull off a little upset here on the road again. So let's see if we can do just that. It's in the rain. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad for us. And here they are already passing the ball over us. And there they do the wide receiver quick. Let's try a little something different here. The nickel didn't work either. Nothing's stopping them at the moment. 2nd and 2. They continue to just move the ball. Then they run the ball on us. Incomplete pass finally. We're going to go with a man on this one. Cover 1 robber. Doesn't work. They run it 9 yards on us. And then what a dominating 4 minutes to get down the field on us and just smash us. But then Sean Guy picks up 14 yards to start. Good start for us there. Then we get 2. Let's try the RPO. What's it do? 3-yard loss. And then we go ahead and punt. All right, can we stop them? 2nd and 10. And there they go, 15 yards. 2nd and 8. Oh, my goodness. 59 yards. I didn't switch out of the engage 8. That's on me. And here they come. This is going to be tough. This could be bad. 1st and 10, 2nd and 8. Here they go. 3rd and 9. We stop them, but they're going to just go for it anyways, and there they get it. What is going on with our team? They looked so strong against Delaware, and now we're down 17-0 in the first quarter. Play action pass gets us nothing. 3rd and 4, we get stuffed. 3rd and 2, and still we cannot stop them and get the ball back. Let's try the gap press. There we go. We got something on that one. Now we're going to go to the nickel cover 2 drop, and we finally force a punt. It's still early in the game. Plenty of time. If we can prove to ourselves that we can actually run the ball and not fumble. Christopher Weiss with the fumble there, and that may be all she wrote. Goodness, we can't cover. We can't stop them. 24-0. Disaster of a team. We're going for it on this one. We have to. 4th and 1. We'll try the stretch play. Go around. Doesn't work. But we do get a sack. And then, oh, look at that. They missed the field goal. 1st and 10. We move it 19 yards. Then we move it 1. I think we're going to have to pass on them. Unfortunately, we can't pass the ball either. 3rd and 9. 4th and 9. We get the ball. The defense is finally starting to show up a little bit. Too little, too late. We are down 24-0 at the half, but then Sean Guy returns at 71 yards, the best offense that we've had. He's probably more offensive yards than we've had the whole game. Stretch play, we get nothing. Then we get nothing. 45-yard field goal. That's not going to happen. There we go. Christian Knight picks up 9 on the curls. Let's see if we can move it along. We can't. Read option gets us nothing. 29-yard field goal does get us there. We're down 21 points. But the defense is bending and breaking a lot. Hey, we got to stop. 4th and 5, held them. If only we could run the ball, we'd be in good shape. But we can't get anything. There we go. Christopher Weiss heard me. Picking up the 1st down. And then we pick up 6 more. Play action stretch gets us 32 yards to Christian Knight. Gomez picks up 8. Power option. It worked. Sean Guy got 16 yards on it and fumbled the ball. He was right at the goal line. That would have been a 14-point game with a quarter and a half left to play. Instead, here comes Bowling Green. 3rd and long, 3rd and mid, 3rd and long, and they get a field goal. What could have been 24-10 turns into 27-13. Weiss picks up 14. Farmer 11. 2nd and 1. Jordan Farmer runs around for 41 yards on the power option. Man, we found ourselves a play. But that should be 20 to 17 instead. Can we stop them? That's the question. 2nd and 11. No, we cannot. 2nd and 3. We're having some trouble here. We're not getting pressure on them the way we need to. 2nd and 9. There, we got something. Held them back 3 yards. 4th and 12. We get the ball. But we're down 3 scores. That fumble was huge. Not that it's going to matter at this point. Overall, we've played well. Never we recovered a fumble. So let's see if we can hold them to under 30 yards at least, or 30 points. That would help us meet one of our donor goals. And the way the team's looking, I don't see why we can't win another game somewhere along the schedule. Oh no, take the knee. Just take a knee. Okay, they missed the field goal. Yeah, outside of that the first half was just horrible for us. But then we finally got something going. 4th and 15, we get nothing. They take the knee. So we at least get the donor to like us a little bit. And not as bad as it could have been, but there was nothing there on the passing game. Maybe that's what we need to focus on instead. I don't know. It's a question. We just don't have the talent overall. But Farmer is pretty good. So maybe we focus on the passing game. That'll help him. And we can still run the ball decent enough. I'm not really sure. And they ran the ball not overly effective on us. But that's where we're going to wrap this one up. I'm going to go through the next couple of games, get us to the mid part. We'll come back for the middle part of the schedule here. And then we'll do a wrap up, depending on how the season's going. But then we will come back for at least one more, maybe 2 more of this season to see how things go. So thank you all for joining me on this one. Until next time, take care. And as always, have yourselves an amazing day and go out there and help somebody else have one as well.